Hey guys, it's David. Welcome to the Weird Kid Show. It's awesome having you here today. Alright guys, it's crunch time. We're getting close to Halloween. It's right around the corner. We'll be here before you know it, so we got to get these things done. I was going to do a Evil Dead Necronomicon 1/1 scale book this week, but you know what? We're getting so close to Halloween, and I had started this thing here off camera and figured, you know what, I am going to be utilizing this come Halloween, so I figured I'd share with you guys what's going on. Last Halloween, I had a party for the kids, and I created a game where I just took this piece of wood, a plank, and I glued a bunch of red Solo cups on it, okay? And then using these dollar store eyeball ping pong balls, I made up a bunch of prizes, some store-bought prizes, plus some goodie bags and stuff like that. And then I assigned each prize a number, and then I took the same number and I randomly threw them in the cups. So the kids would throw the ball and try to land it inside the cup. And whatever cup they got it in, they took that number out and then matched it up to the prize. That's what they won. Sometimes they missed and had to, you know, get back in line. Sometimes they won. Sometimes they won a cool prize. Sometimes they just won a goodie bag or whatever. But regardless, the kids absolutely loved it, okay? Now that was just a plank of wood with some Solo cups. So I decided I'm going to make a cool one this year, a figure. And basically this is the guy right here. He is, I just used 3/4 inch PVC pipe and then built a skeleton, and I'll get into it. I'll show you what I use for materials and everything else, but he when he's done, he's going to be holding the tray, all right, and this chain's going to be on there, like he's got it around his neck. Like, I don't know if you guys remember those cigarette girls that used to go around with the tray with selling cigarettes back in the old days. Well, that's what he's going to be. And then inside this wooden tray, I'm going to glue the cups, okay? He might appear like he's done or almost done, but I still got some work to do, and I'm going to be putting a lot of detail on his face. I'm going to rework his face, but for the most part, this is him, okay? And I can tell you how I did this, but anyways, guys, I appreciate you for being here. Check this out. Alright guys, as you can see, I just took some old kid sneakers, alright, and then I drilled a hole completely through it in the bottom of the sole, and then I drilled a hole in the wood as well, a hole big enough to be able to fit some PVC through the sole into the wood, alright, and pounded it in there. And then I cut some half circles that I put on each side of the pipe and then drilled into it, which went into the wood and into the pipe. Alright, but I'm going to want to do an extra step here to make it more secure, because all the weight's going to be in the front, so I want to make it more sturdy. But basically all this is here is the small pool noodles. I cut it up the length and then just wrapped it around to fill out the legs a bit. And then this is just a generic costume. You can find these at Goodwill, or if you wait until after the holiday season, you can buy this stuff pretty cheap when they discount it all. And stock up, because this stuff comes in handy. So here for the pelvis, I buy buckets of these. It's more economical to buy these in these canisters, but I buy things like this. This is like these cross sections and some 90s, maybe 45s. They also have crosses, which I use the cross up at the neck. But so basically you have a 90-degree here that goes to a short piece of pipe, and then a T that goes up. And now he's got one piece of pipe here in the middle for his spine. and as I could, you know, as you see, that's all it is PVC. And then like I said, I cut the pool noodle lengthwise, and I put the split in the back, and I'll tell you why. Because when you turn this around, what I did to give it extra stability, put that piece of pipe right butt up against the back of the shoe. Well, you know, a lot of people will center the pipe in the middle of where your foot goes into the shoe. That way you can fill it around it and not have bulkiness coming off the back. All right, so the torso, all this is, and I've said it to you guys many times, when you're driving down the road and you see a sofa or a recliner put off to the side of the road and it's got them couch cushions, that's free foam. Jump out, grab them, throw it in a plastic bag or something, because you're going to want to disinfect it when you get home, because you just don't know. So that's what I do, is I'll go out and grab free couch cushions, and then I'll spray it down with Lysol, whatever. I'll keep it out in my shed, let it air out and everything, and then I'll cut it up, and then that's what I'll use to wrap and duct tape. You can use zip ties to fill out the body. All right, now the arms are simply PVC too. There's a 90 here, there's a 90 here for an elbow, and then nothing here. And then of course for the bicep area, I'd use some pool noodle, but I didn't need to here because it's hanging down. Now you might want to be looking at these hands like wondering, okay, all right, so there's times you're going to want realistic hands for a static prop or an animatronic or whatever that you create. And there's avenues you can go down there. My character, he's just going to be holding a tray, and he's a character. The focal point is the game itself, so it's supposed to be cute, if you will. All right, so I've come up with an option that you can do. All right, now you guys have seen these, at least I hope you have. I've been hearing a lot of people say the Dollar Tree has been pretty skimpy this year, but this is found at the Dollar Tree, okay? And they're just a blow mold skeleton hand. What people don't realize, when they go to the bin of these things, they'll just grab a bunch. Hey, let's grab a bunch of these. What they don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, is that there is a left and right hand in that bin. You have to look for it though, okay? So that being the thumb, and then of course the four fingers. A lot of times when people will grab them, they'll grab 2 right hands or 3 right hands or whatever, and they won't match them up. All right, so what can you do with these? Something else that I found, looking for hot fodder, if you will, stuff to make creepy stuff with, is these gloves. Okay, have you seen these? They sell these at the Dollar General. Okay, nothing special about them, and they're cheap. They come in white, and they also come in green. I'm not sure if they come in any colors, but those are the 2 colors I've seen, white and green. And it's just a skeleton hand. So we've got this, and we've got this. Okay, that can give you this. All right, you can put that glove on these skeleton hands. And then what I did was I took a razor knife and I just notched out. Okay, so with that notched out, take my PVC, it simply slides on there, and then you can use the sleeve to hide. Okay, now I'm going to want to put a screw in there, but this whole thing's going to be screwed together because I'm going to attach the other hand, which I'll do that for you right here while we're here. Okay, there's the other hand. All right, and I didn't glue the joints yet. I might want to do that, I'm not sure, depending on how heavy this thing gets when I'm done. But now I need to judge the depth or the width, if you will. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be going for right there. So he's going to be holding this tray. In fact, I could maybe even be able to he could be flat palmed. In fact, I just might do that too. There you go, he's holding it, okay? I gotta adjust it and stuff like that. And of course I'm gonna attach everything and put screws in there and make it sturdy. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and attach this chain. Now, be forewarned, that Dollar Tree chain is getting really hard to come by because I don't know if you knew this or not, but in Indiana there is the Dollar Tree chain bandit that's running around scooping up all the Dollar Tree chain that he can grab, okay? And he's even been spotted nude in a bathtub bathing in Dollar Tree chain, okay? So keep an eye out for him. Be on the lookout, okay? And lock up your chain. That's it. So anyways, I'm gonna put this guy together for you today with what I have to do to finish him off structurally with him in place. But what I'm gonna be doing some latex paint work and staining his face, okay? So I don't know if we're gonna get to all that this week, but if not, just come back next week because we're gonna jump back on it again. So anyways, guys, hang tight. All right, guys, so we're back here, and well, basically what I did was I glued the joints here, and for that you need to use a PVC glue. Works really good, but if you've never worked with it before, you've got a very short window to get those pieces together and lined up the way you want, because it'll adhere really quick, and when it bonds, there's no way you can break it free, okay? The bond is that strong, okay? So I still have motion this way, which is fine, because I can pop these arms off and store this whole thing when I'm not using it, okay? So it's not sticking out so much. And then I glued this joint here, okay? I didn't glue this one because if I wanted to just pop this out, I could. Alright, but we needed to glue the points that take the pressure on a downward motion. We're not worried about this way because there's nothing that's gonna pull it off there. Alright, so now I've got I got those hands slipped on there. Well, I think all I'm gonna do simply because it's held in place by the PVC itself, this tray, and the chain that's going around his neck. So really all I'm going to need is some hot glue. Alright, so I'm going to put a liberal amount in there. You could use an epoxy resin if you wanted to. I was going to put in, and in fact I still might do it, I just can't locate any right this second, is some little screws to screw the hands in because I want to make them permanent. Alright, so I slide it on as far as it'll go. Alright, in the position that I want. Alright, and then I can pull that glove over. Alright, so now it's going to be secured. Okay, I'll do the same one with this one. I'm curious to know if you guys do any kind of carnival games, like if you make any games for your kids, have a little party and stuff like that. This is a good model. You can make this and use it for other things too, you know. Alright, so that one on there now. Alright, so that takes care of the hands. I'm not really too concerned about waiting for them to dry because I'm just going to be laying something flat on there, and there's enough pipe inside there where it's stabilized. It's not going to bend one way or the other. Another look here at the pool noodles I used in the arm. As you can see down here by the 90 for the elbow, I cut little notches in there so that you could slide it right up to the joint. Alright, and then I did the same here for the shoulders. I cut a little notch in it to bevel it. Otherwise you're going to have like a square from the edge. Alright, so then what I do is I'll bevel it off to round it off. And it still looks crude looking at it like this, but when you you know, when you pull everything down, which I think we're ready to now, I'm going to go ahead and pull this down, then it's going to hide everything. Alright. So now it's hidden. Alright, put this one here is here. Put that on there. Pull this sleeve down. Alright, and there we go. So now he's ready for business. Now you could do this as a figure, you know. This could also serve as a way of, you could put this out by your door and have the tray, and then you could have the actual candy bucket. If you're one of those people that goes by the honor system, take one, you know, you could do something like this to help present it better. But anyways, I took that tray, okay, and then I just drilled a couple of holes in it, and that chain has links that you can separate, and I just went ahead and put that on there. So now we've got this tray is all ready, and so all I gotta do is put that around his neck, okay, and then just rest it right there in his hands. All right, and it's stable enough, and it looks cool, don't you think? Like I said, now you could use this for, you don't have to just use this as the carnival game, which is what I'm intending it for. You could use it for your candy bucket, or you could load it up with some creepy stuff, like it could be a character with like a butcher shop. You know, you could put a bloody knife and a gore. You could put the drinks, the Halloween drinks that you're serving at your party, snack bowls, whatever. It looks cool. There's so many different purposes. It's like a jester, like a creepy butler, you know. And you could use different. There's all kinds of different costumes like this that you could buy to do any kind of characters you want. Okay, so that takes care of that portion of it. Another thing that I'm going to do is this. All right, so the most crucial point on this entire build is here, where this pipe, this whole skeleton, this whole weight is joined to this board here, okay? You can use some like L brackets and screw the pipe to the wood, give it extra. I've got like shivs and screws, lots of screws. Like I said, there's a hole drilled in the wood itself. The PVC's been pounded in there, okay? But I want to give it some extra strength, and I just want to spray some spray foam inside there to fill that cavity in, so that when it cures, it gets compacted and will help it to give it some strength. Now, this is the heaviest thing. The tray is the heaviest thing on there, so you know, I'm going to be putting some cups on there. There's not going to be something real heavy on there. I don't anticipate you'll put something, even a bowl of candy is not going to be. I think it'll handle the weight of that. If you're worried about, just put like the L brackets down below. All right, but for what I'm using it for, I'm confident that this thing's not going to topple over, and it's got stability. I just want to give it some added strength so that it'll extend its life down the road. So just go ahead and spray some of that in there. But first, I might want to. Or maybe not. I didn't have it open. It's open now. Thought I had it open. Alright, and that's it, just to fill the cavities, give it some added strength. When that popped, it flew across the set here. I got my set here, I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do, that great stuff. But live and learn. All right, guys, so that's all we have time for this week. But the good news is that next week you're going to come back. We're going to tackle that face and the cups themselves, what we're going to do to those. And then we're going to get into weathering and all that, final creepiness. And then ultimately we're going to end with how to play this game, okay? So I appreciate you guys. If you haven't done so, go check out my brothers in arms, Keith from Cobwebs and Candlesticks, who happens to be the Dollar Tree chain bandit, if in case you didn't already figure that out. And Vic Springston from Monster Misfits. And show Vic some love. The guy's been working his absolute tail off to get his Haunt Together, Haunt for Heroes nonprofit down there in Alabama to help the homeless veterans. He's come against a string of bad luck, like the weather's been really bad, flooding, and all kinds of other hardships of getting a haunt together for the first year. So go show him some love, please. And like and subscribe, hit the bell. It's going to notify you when I upload future videos. And there's so much to come, guys. It never ends. It's never going to end. You're stuck with me. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Until next time, peace.